Only the educated are free. In trying to please other people, we find ourselves misdirected toward what lies outside our sphere of influence. In doing so, we lose our hold on our life's purpose. Don't consent to be hurt and you won't be hurt. This is a choice over which you have control. Renew every day your conversation with God. Do this even in preference to eating. Think more often of God than you breathe. No matter where you find yourself, comport yourself as if you were a distinguished person. When something happens, the only thing in your power is your attitude toward it. You can either accept it or resent it. Freedom is secured not by the fulfillment of one's desires, but by the removal of desire. Anything worth putting off is worth abandoning altogether. Act your part with honor. We can control the impressions others form about us, and the effort to do so only debases our character. You have been given your own work to do. Get to it right now, do your best at it, and don't be concerned with who is watching you. Create your own merit. You are a little soul carrying around a corpse. The essence of philosophy is that a man should so live that his happiness shall depend as little as possible on external things. All religions must be tolerated, for every man must get to heaven in his own way. Ruin and recovering are both from within. A ship should not be held by a single anchor, neither should life depend upon a single hope. Happiness and personal fulfillment are the natural consequences of doing the right thing. To know that you do not know, and to be willing to admit that you do not know without sheepishly apologizing, is real strength and sets the stage for learning and progress in any endeavor. Keep silence for the most part, and speak only when you must, and then briefly. If anyone is unhappy, remember that his unhappiness is his own fault. Nothing else is the cause of anxiety or loss of tranquility, except our own opinion. It doesn't take much to lose everything, just a little departure from reason. Make it your business to draw out the best in others by being an exemplar yourself. What concerns me is not the way things are, but rather the way people think things are. Fortify yourself with contentment, for this is an impregnable fortress. All philosophy lies in two words: sustain and abstain. It is not he who reviles or strikes you who insults you, but your opinion that these things are insulting. The world turns aside to let any man pass, who knows where he is going. Unremarkable lives are marked by the fear of not looking capable when trying something new. Don't demand or expect that events happen as you would wish them to. Accept events as they actually happen. That way, peace is possible. First learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak. Don't regard what anyone says of you, for this, after all, is no concern of yours. Getting distracted by trifles is the easiest thing in the world. Focus on your main duty. We all dread a bodily paralysis, and would make use of every contrivance to avoid it. But none of us is troubled about a paralysis of the soul. Act well your given part. The choice rests not with you. To get or not to get what we desire can be equally disappointing. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. To make anything a habit, do it. To not make it a habit, do not do it. To unmake a habit, do something else in place of it. Nothing truly stops you. Nothing truly holds you back. For your own will is always within your control. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. You become what you give your attention to. If you yourself don't choose what thoughts and images you expose yourself to, someone else will, and their motives may not be the highest. It is our attitude toward events, not events themselves, which we can control. Nothing is by its own nature calamitous. Even death is terrible only if we fear it. Authentic happiness is always independent of external conditions. Try not to react merely in the moment. Pull back from the situation. Take a wider view. Compose yourself. We all carry the seeds of greatness within us, but we need an image as a point of focus in order that they may sprout. An ignorant person is inclined to blame others for his own misfortune. To blame oneself is proof of progress. But the wise man never has to blame another or himself. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Stop aspiring to be anyone other than your own best self, for that does fall within your control. Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. If someone speaks badly of you, do not defend yourself against the accusations, but reply, "You obviously don't know about my other vices. Otherwise you would have mentioned these as well." Be careful to leave your sons well instructed rather than rich, for the hopes of the instructed are better than the wealth of the ignorant. When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you will forget your anger. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. To live a life of virtue, you have to become consistent, even when it isn't convenient, comfortable, or easy.